بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Okay, so last class we left off at med, which is elongation, right? And we mentioned that there are a few different ways to write this elongation, right? To write a med. For example, we can write it like this here. Let's get my pen. We can write it like this here, right? So instead of this being ba, it will be ba. Instead of this being boo, it will be boo. Instead of this being b, it will be b, right?
Does it have any visuals?
What is that?
Does it have any visuals?
It don't have any what?
Yeah.
Sound? So that, oh, it had no video. Alright, this is like a, alright, let me see. There we go. Barakallah feek. Alright. As I was saying, Jazakallah khair. Yeah, instead of this being ba, it will be ba. Instead of this being boo, it will be boo. Instead of this being b, it will be b. And we know that there's two ways to write this, not only in this form, but we can also write it in this form, in a shorter form. So that this is the exact same thing. This is a alif again, but instead of it being a long alif, it's written smaller, but it has the same function. This is not, there's no longer ba, this is ba, right? And this is no longer ya, this is ya. And this is no longer e, it is e, because this is a ya. And this is no longer woo, this is woo, right? Same thing here. It's just a different way to write it. And as we move on, we will apply those things. طيب. So before we start here, let's start with this lesson below here. So this lesson here is sukun. What is sukun? Sukun is essentially the joining of a letter with another letter. So the letters that we learned before, which is like alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, ila akhiri, all the way to the end, etc. These letters have sounds similar to how English letters have sounds. So like, for example, A, B, B, C, K. If I ask you, what's the sound of D? You wouldn't say D. You will see sound of D is the, right? So likewise, the Arabic alphabet also have sounds. Like for example, Ba makes a B sound, Ta makes a T sound, Tha makes a Th sound, Ya makes a sound, ila akhiri. Ra makes a R sound, right? So now we're going to apply those things here. So for example, I'll just do the first line and I'll let Hazley do the rest of it, inshallah. Alright, so the first one here is a. So we know alif, or rather Hamza, makes a sound, right? So a, b, ab, right? I, b, ib. U, b, ub, right? Again, a, t, at, right? Again, you go in here, I, t, it, right? Here again, u, t, ut, ila akhiri. Ila akhiri means etc. So this is what we're doing, all right? So brother Hazley, you think you could attempt that? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Apologies about that.
Nah, no problem.
Right, so we starting with the A.
Right? Well, it's not A, it's A.
U.
So A. Yeah, A. So it's A, I, U. That's the vowel sounds. Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma, they make a I, U sound. And it can take two forms, which is the single form and the double form, which is tanween. Tanween is no longer A, but it's an. Right? So an, in, and un. So it's either A, I, U or an, in, un. but we would, as we come across it, I would remind you, inshallah. So there's the first one here.
So this will be A.
Right, A, and now you're gonna join it to the tha.
So it will be
Say that again. It will be ath. Ath, yeah, ath. So because it's A and it's tha, so it'll be ath. So try this other one, the second one.
E.
Very good. Try the other one here.
O.
Uth.
Ut.
Uth.
Ut.
Yeah, uth. Right?
Like a TH at the end.
Yeah, TH, yeah, exactly. Tha, because it's tha, the letter is tha. So the letter tha is like TH. And then they're gonna put the U sound towards it. So uth. Let's try the other one here.
Ut. E.
So remember, A, E, U. So you have to first identify the letter. The first letter is what? Alif or Hamza with a fatha.
So that would be.
So I would just give you a little hint. All of these things gonna be the same. A, E, U. So for example, I'm gonna zoom up a little bit. This will be A, this will be E, and this will be U. They make it easy for okay. So all of these gonna be A, E, U. The only thing that will be different is the fact that we're going to apply the function of a sukun, and sukun is a joining. So we're going to join the letter to the letter that came before. So for example, here, this first one here, as you can see, Hamza with a fatha is A, and then Ha, so it'll be Ah, right? Ah. Can you say that with me? Ah. Alright, next person. Alright, that'll be Ah. Right? The second one is Kasra. The Hamza with a Kasra, so it'll be E. And then join into a Ha, it'll be Eh. Right? Eh. Eh. Right? Next one is a Dhamma with a Hamza, so it'll be U. And then join into the Ha. Right? So try this line here. This line here with the tha here.
So that would be
Ath. Ath. Ath, because it's a tha, right? It's a tha. You're familiar with the letters, by the way? You're familiar with the letters?
Not fully.
Okay, not familiar with the letters. Okay, so what I would do, let me just go through this first, and then I'll go through the letters afterwards.
I don't mean to cut you there, but through my working hours, I have minimum time to really go through it now, so that's why I'm really too familiar with it.
Okay, so I will give you, so there's a PDF that I sent in the group, but I'll send it to you personally. I'll send it to you personally. Where it is, is the Arabic alphabet. The reason why I didn't use that Arabic alphabet here is because of English in it, and I don't want to incorporate this class with much English. I want to try to stay away from much English as possible. So what it is essentially is just the same Arabic letters, but with a little English transliteration at the bottom, so you can identify the letters. But there's no problem. Inshallah, right now we would I'll go through it. I'll go through these. This here, the function here is really what sukunas do, and afterwards I'll go through that one with you later. So, all right, the first one here. So as I said, this is tha. So it's ath. This is Another tha again. So this is ith. And this is uth. Okay. And then we go in here. So Darim, you there? Brother Darim. Darim.
Yeah, I'll start out here.
Alright. Alright, you can do this one here.
Zoom in film, right?
Alright.
So I'll do it as well.
Oh, no problem.
So the yellow ones.
This one here.
Alright, so that's edge,
Right, edge.
and edge.
Very good. Ahsant. Alright, very good. Alright. I saw another brother. Let's have a next brother there, but he already know Arabic, and I know he know Arabic, but he had to give us moral support, I believe. The next person, brother Jason.
Sorry, I was starting my phone. I don't know why it's so soft, huh?
Oh, no problem. You do good. No, you do good. Alhamdulillah. I get everything. No,
Okay, so the next one is
okay.
and oh.
Very good. Ahsant. Ahsant. Alright. I'm gonna ask this brother Jason now.
Assalamu alaikum, Chef.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum, Sulaiman.
Yeah, Sheikh. Oh, Sulaiman. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, yeah. Brother Sulaiman. Hayakum Allah.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah.
Hayakum Allah. So you could do this view for me here, please?
Yes, which one?
This line here. These here. Right?
Ik
Right?
and ook.
Very good. Ahsant. Alright. Next one. This one here.
Ed, id, and oud.
Very good. Ahsant. Alright, brother Abyssinia. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
I thought the class was 2:30 now. Now coming into the group and see it's 2 o'clock and stuff.
Yeah, I know how it is. It's okay, man. Alhamdulillah. I might change it to 9:30, but I'm trying to see if that would work for everybody first. About asking the group for next week. Alright, this one here. 1:30. 1:30 for all, yeah, I mean. So that way it would line up now. It's 30. Alright, you can try this one here.
Me or Abyssinia?
Abyssinia. Brother Abyssinia there.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. As is who's
Very good. Next one.
R who?
Very good. Ahsan. So essentially that's the whole thing. The whole thing is just basically applying the sukun, like using the sukun as it's supposed to be, which is the sound of the letter. Alright, so now we're gonna take some words on. Bismillah. Alright, let's start with here. Alright, let's go from here. Alright, so this first word here, I'll zoom up. This first word here, I'll do the first like 3 words, and I'll do the rest for me, inshallah. Alright, so this first one, as we said, this alif here is an elongation tool, is a med, right? So this is, instead of just being a, is a mana, right? Next one, a wa, right? Next one here, a ni ya tin, aniyatin, right? So now let's try it. Alright, brother Sulaiman.
Sorry, which one's that?
This one right here.
Ilafi.
Ilafi, yeah. Because this is an elongation tool here. This is a ya. Is that a yeah right there? E, and then this is a alif, E, la, and fi. Very good. Alright, next person, I'll use Darim. This one here.
That's all.
Aleph as elongation to the Daya have no vowels over it, right?
No, but it have a sukun on it. So it's not a man.
Okay. So it's sukun is Aina.
Very good. Ahsant. Aina. Very good. Alright. Brother Abyssinia.
Bihi.
Alright, very good. Bihi. That was a little too easy, so I'll get this one as well. Too fast now.
Ja'a.
Very good. You can try this one?
Jia.
So there's actually G-A.
Jia.
Yeah. So it's G-A. Yeah. Very good.
Why is that? That's a good thing.
So this here, if you notice, this circle here, this circle actually means that this thing is silent. So you're gonna basically ignore that. You're gonna ignore this, right? But you're gonna focus on this one. But those are things in the Quran. That's not really in our course. It's not gonna be a big part of our course, but that's in the Quran. Just thought I'll make it known. All right. So we're gonna move on, inshallah. Brother Darim, this one.
Ju'in.
Very good. Ju'in. Alright. Brother Sulaiman.
Khawfan.
Right. Khawfan. Nice. Alright, Brother Abyssinia.
Khayru.
Run is a number 10.
Khayrun.
Right.
Khayrun.
Alright, khayrun. Very good. Ahsan. Try this one here.
Dawudu.
Alright, Dawudu. Very good.
Dawudu.
Very good. Ahsan. And essentially this is gonna be the entire thing. Just trying to make small words. Alright, so I'm gonna have Brother Darim try to finish this entire line for me here. If you're able to, can you driving?
I'll try. Just zoom it up for me now. And after I finish one, then move to the next.
Alright, no problem.
The first one is that, yeah.
Right, nice.
Yeah. Radu.
Right.
Radu.
Right.
Sha'a.
Right.
Maliki.
Right, Maliki, nice.
Sha'in.
Shay'in.
Sorry, I'm not this one. Shay'in.
Right.
And next one is Taqa. Togo. Yes, it's a dot is a coin.
Right.
Togo.
And then there's a ta. So ta is ta is make the ta sound, but ta does make the ta sound. Ahsant. Jazakallah khair. Alright. Brother Sulaiman.
Yes, sir. Which one's that? Sorry, I was doing two things at once.
No problem. From line 5.
Alright, the first one.
Yeah.
Togo.
Right, Taghaw. Very good.
Togo. You want the second one as well?
Yeah, the second one. You're going to do this entire line, inshallah.
Okay. Toyiran.
Tayran. Very good. Next one.
Adin.
Nice.
Ala.
Right, Ala. Nice.
Ainun.
Right, Ainun. Very good. Last one.
He.
Fihi. Nice. Alhamdulillah. All right. Brother Abyssinia.
Qala.
All right. Qala. Next one.
Qala. Qulun.
Hey, brother Dareem, is it possible to mute your mic? Inshallah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Ya khawlun.
Nice.
Khana.
So this is kana.
Kana.
Yeah.
Khana.
All right, next one.
Khaidan.
No.
Khaidan.
Kaidan. Nice.
Khaidan. Kaifa.
Right, nice. Kaifa.
Aujin.
Lawhin.
Lauhin.
Yeah, it's a ha.
Lauhin.
Yeah, lawhin.
Lauhin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. Alhamdulillah. Ahsant. Alisan Shida is a going shit on the line. So I will go on to the next lesson because I did really well. Alhamdulillah. Oh, next person join. I guess I was like, I thought they were starting a little later. Abu Abdurrahman. Okay. All right. So the next one here. This is also application of sukun, but it's more, but you're using it a little bit more often here. Because before we were using some had the sukun, some was med, but this one is basically all sukun. So we'll just do a few of them inshallah, and then we'll move on to the next lesson. All right, brother Abyssinia, if you want, you could do line 1. Just a second, Abu Abdurrahman, this brother Hisham. Just making sure, this brother Hisham.
Naam.
Okay, yeah. Well, you don't need no Arabic then. Inshallah. I guess that's it for support. Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah.
And
Alright.
Ya Sheikh.
Anta Sheikh. Anta Sheikh. Alright. Alright, this first word here.
yeah. Anta.
Right, next one.
FD.
Right, nice. Next one.
Tadu.
Nice.
Yeah. Basha.
Batasha.
This botcha.
Yeah, Batasha. Next one.
Botcha. Shaya.
No.
Sha.
No.
Sha.
Sa. Sa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why we're saying is sa'ya and not sa'a is because it have a haraka. The haraka there mean that we have to use this letter as opposed to it just being a med. Alright, next one.
Kuntu.
Very good. Alhamdulillah. Alright, brother Abyssinia.
Asta.
No, there's another brother, inshallah, Abyssinia.
Yeah, me?
There's
Asta?
no, there's brother Hisham.
No, I was here.
Oh, okay. Your voice song is real similar voice. Subhanallah. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, Asta.
No, Leicester.
Asta. Oh my God, I keep saying Okay. Alasta.
Leicester. Alright, next one.
Yeah. Amrin.
Alright, nice. Next one.
Bardan.
All right, nice. Next one.
Jaman.
Jam'an.
Jam'an.
All right, nice. Next one.
Jam'an. Right. Hablun.
Hablun, nice. Last one.
Khusrin.
Very good. Ahsant. All right. Brother Dareem. Jazakallah khair. Number 3.
Adan.
No, line number 3, inshallah.
Okay. Khalaqa.
Khalqan.
Khalaqa.
No, khalqan.
Khalqat.
Yeah, because there's
Sorry.
yeah, khal,
Yeah.
join, and then qan.
Khalqan.
Very good. Next one.
Khalqan. Shayyan. Shayyan.
Sabhan.
Sahhan.
Sabhan.
Sabhan.
Yeah, sabhan. Next one.
Sabqan.
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 Next one.
Shaynun. Sha'nun.
Shatnun. Very good. Shatnun. Next one.
Subhan.
Very good. Subhan. And last one.
Tabhan.
Dabhan. Very good. Ahsant. Alright. Brother Sulaiman. Jazakallah khair, habibi.
Naam. Ghuliban.
Number 4.
Sorry.
No problem.
Abdan.
Alright, Abdan. Next one.
Adnan. Adnin.
Adnin. Very good.
Ashirin.
Ashrin.
Ashrin.
Alright, nice.
Asifan.
Asfin.
Asfan.
Yeah. Last one.
Gharqan.
Gharqan. Very good.
Gharqan.
Very good.
Gharqan.
Alright, Brother Dareem, yeah, it's because you're on your road. I could hear the basically you're driving. So if you can meet up, Jazakallah khair.
Yes.
No problem, inshallah. No problem. It's easy to forget. طيب. I think I call everybody there. Yeah. Good, brother. He is leaving. Going to do our next class together afterwards. Just to freshly up. But yeah, essentially this is it. I'll just run through a few more. Like for example, this is غلبان, right? غلبان. This is فصل, right? قدحا, right? قضبا, قضبا. كأسا, right? And كدحا. All these are words actually. These are actual words, you know. It's not just random letters that are smashing together. These actual words here. And you might be wondering, okay, you probably heard about qalqala, you know, qutb jad, qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal, qutb jad. You know, those letters have like a echo sound. Like, you know, instead of saying abdan, you say abadan. You know, abadan. You have like a little echo. This is not something that we use in regular Arabic speech or regular Arabic reading. This is a tajweed rule, and it's something that is outside the manahij, outside our curriculum, outside the scope of our studies. But you know, it's something that is good to know, obviously, for Quran. Essentially, this is the same. This is where we going straight down the line. So we want to move on to something a little bit more advanced here, inshallah. Alright, so this one here, we didn't even do this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do this with this last line here. We'll put some pressure on everybody here. All right. Brother Abyssinia, you could do this one here.
So what was it?
This one here.
This one. Understand.
Just take your time and part by part.
All right.
So that's thing. The first letter is what?
Hello.
Right, Kal. Nice.
Yeah. You say kal.
Yeah.
Right. Kal ihni.
Right.
Kal ihni manfushi.
Fushi. No. Manfushi. Alright, so say it together.
Manfushi. Kal ihni manfushi.
كالعهن المنفوش.
Manfush.
Yeah. Or you can manfushi. Yeah.
كالإخن malfushi.
Alright, nice. Ahsan. Alright.
Manfushi.
Try the other one here.
Ailatu.
No, it's lamb. It's a lamb. So, a quick tip. No, it's okay. Somebody else was having the same problem earlier. So, lamb is a letter that. So, certain letters in Arabic. I mentioned this before. Certain letters in Arabic don't join from certain parts. For example, if you look at this wow here, wow, it don't join on the other side, right? It don't join from after it. It joins from before, from before, as you can see, the ha join into the wow, but the wow doesn't join onto anything. There's a space. Likewise, if you can see the first wow here, it won't join to the ha.
Yeah.
Right? Likewise, ra is another one. Ra doesn't join. Right? Things could join to ra, but ra doesn't join to anything else. Right? Another one of those examples is lam. And it's very important why it doesn't join, because lam could be mistaken for alif. So how we just know is that alif or lam is because lam does join. Lam joins, but alif does not join. All right, as you can see here, alif not joining here, it not joining here. Things could join onto alif. Things could join onto alif. Like for example, this kaf joining onto the alif, but alif doesn't join onto lam. Right, as you can see there.
Okay.
All right. There's the only time that you ever see it joining is like, for example, here. It only joins on a lam here. All right, like this. So you can see it here, like la. There's an alif here, and it's joining onto the lam. But that's the only time you're gonna see alif joining onto anything. As a matter of fact, there's the same thing I was saying before. No, the alif not joining on, the ra not joining to the alif, but the alif joining onto the lam. Right? So alif does join onto things, but things don't join onto alif. Mafhum is understood?
Okay.
Alright, so as I said again, let me say one more time. Alif does join onto things. Right? Just like
Alif does only join onto things for prolongation.
No. For example, look right here. This word here is al-ard. Right? Al-ard. So this is al-ard, which means the earth. Right? But they don't have any elongation there. Right? Alright, don't have any elongation there. If we're gonna be technical with it, I would say yes, alif is only joined for elongation purposes, but I don't want to make it too heavy. Essentially, this here is actually a hamzatul qata'. It's actually a hamza. You wouldn't really in Arabic language you wouldn't say this is an alif, right? But inshallah, as we move further on, you will make that clear and stuff like that. But I don't want to make it too heavy. But essentially, if you look here, alif is joined onto things is joined onto alif, right? Or the alif is joined onto things. Sorry, alif is joined onto things. Like for example, here, the alif joining onto the lam, and here the alif joining onto the kaf. But things don't join onto alif. Like for example, the ra not joining onto the alif, this lam not joining onto the alif. But look at this here. The lam here, the ya is joining onto the lam, which is not how alif behaves, right? Right? Also, so a lam could be joined onto from both sides, from the front and from the back. So for example, right here, ya is joining onto the lam here, and this ta is also joining onto the lam. But alif can't do that. Alright? Alright, so try that again. This word here.
Laylatul Qadri.
The qaf.
Qaf. Laylatul Qadri. Qadri.
Yeah,
Laylatul Qadri. Laylatul Qadr.
Yeah, Laylatul Qadr. Or Laylatul Qadri. Right? Laylatul Qadri. Right? You might be wondering why we just say Laylatul Qadr and not Laylatul Qadri. The correct thing in that's a reading rule. So I would explain that as a reading rule and a speaking rule. And I'll explain that as we learn the language itself. But for the sake of just learning how to pronounce letters.
I remember when I was learning before, somebody end with a kasra.
End with a sukun.
Or the sukun, my bad.
Yeah, end with a sukun. Yeah, that's basically it. When you end in a sentence, end with a sukun. Right? But if you continue in the sentence, for example, Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Right? I didn't say Laylatul Qadr khayrun min I said Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Right? Because I continued speaking. That's why I said Laylatul Qadr in that sense. Alright? طيب. Alright, so now Brother Sulaiman, try this one here.
Akhrajatul Arq.
Okay. Allah Mubarak. Next one, Ahsant.
Min Ahl al-Kitabi.
Right. Allahu Akbar. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feek. Ahsant.
Yeah, I was practicing while I was waiting my turn.
Alright, we'll try this one here.
Yamna'una
No, this first one first. But that is correct though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's correct, but try this one first.
Indadi dil arshi.
Sit together. One more time.
Indadil arshi.
عند ذي العرش.
Indadil arshi.
Very good. Alright, very good. Alhamdulillah. And you said this one was what?
Yamna'una al-ma'una.
Very good. يمنعون الماعون. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feek. Ahsant.
Wayakum.
Right. Dareem, Brother Dareem. I'm not sure if you could read while driving.
I'll try.
Alright, try this one. Alright, so try. Remember when you see a sukun to join. So wahuwal.
Wadudu.
Very good. Wadudu. Alright, so say it together. وهو الغفور الودود. Next part. No problem, inshallah. Majid. The name here. Very good. Alhamdulillah. ذو العرش المجيد. Right? ذو العرش المجيد. وهو الغفور الودود ذو العرش المجيد فعال لما يريد. Alright, alhamdulillah. أحسنت. Alright. Let's see. I will use let's see. Brother Bassini, I think you can take this one on?
Yeah, which one?
This one here.
أتيناك.
No, from here. From Wasa Sukkras now.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah. I'm going to zoom in a little bit further.
لقد خلقنا.
لقد خلقنا.
خلقنا.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's actually لقد خلقنا. Right.
خلقنا
Right.
I lost it.
It's okay. This is Alif and Lam here. This is Al.
Yeah. Okay.
Al-Insan. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I make this clear for you. So there's a lam here. So your lam come first. And then this here is an alif. There's an alif.
Okay.
So the alif had the hamza on it, so there's E. So try it.
Al-I?
So yeah, al-in. And I go and join to the noon, al-in.
Okay. Al-insana.
Very good.
Okay. Al-insana fi ahsani تقويم.
Very good. What's that?
Give me that one.
Yo, get it. Yeah, but I know you're driving now, boy. Is the problem?
Yeah, I know it, so that's why I say that one.
Alright, try this one, you know.
That's all.
No.
For sure that's Atoina.
Right.
أعطيناك الكوثر.
Yeah. أعطيناك الكوثر. Yeah. Alright, nice. And this last one here is al-ana. Right? Al-ana. So the a elongation tool here is a med. Right, and then I join it to the lam. Al, and then have the next here. Ana. Al-ana. Al-ana. Right? So that's like, that means now, actually. Alright, so now we move on to shadda. So if you feel like, okay, you're having some trouble reading that, that is literally a normal thing. As I said before, the amount of English you read in your life, it's incomparable to the amount of Arabic they read in your life, or you even heard in your life, right? So that's the point of this class. The point of this class is to expose it to as much of the Arabic language as possible, so that you could become more fluent in it. You know, because if you imagine the amount of books they read, the amount of posts they read, the amount of messages they read, Facebook messages, whatever, WhatsApp messages, whatever, newspapers, you know, textbooks, the amount of things that you read in your life in English is why you become so familiar with words, right? I even have times when I'm in class, you know, I sit down with my sheikh and I seeing students who are Arab, sturdy, you know, from Saudi Arabia, and they making mistakes with reading because there's a word they never see before, and they talk about words with tashkil on it, right? Like, for example, a hadith, and they will make mistakes with the word, and the sheikh have to correct them without they saying it. It's because if you're used to something, seeing something, you'll become more fluent with it. And it all just boils back down to kathratul qira'ah. You have to read a lot. You know, you have to increase your reading. You have to read as much as you can. You know, familiarize yourself with the coursework, right? So inshallah, you know, you'll become more fluent to that. Bi'idhnillah. Okay, so similar to how we just did sukoon, now we're gonna do something called shadda. Shadda is just basically doubling of the letters. What I mean? So this is not actually a hamza here and a ba. This is actually a hamza, a ba with sukoon, and a next ba with a fatha. Actually this. All right, it's here. It's actually this. That abba. Okay, this is joining, right? Ab, and then afterwards here ba. Abba. That's actually what that is. Abba. That's what a shadda is. A shadda is actually, they wrote the same letter twice, but instead of writing the same letter twice, because, you know, for ease, you know, less use of ink, less time, you know, we just put this symbol here, abba, you know. The next example would be, for example, we have a lot of these same examples here, but they use the tanween as well. For example, here, I'm gonna just do this one here as well. I'm gonna just do one with tanween. So, for example, there's a jim here, and then the next one here, jim. So instead of just being ajan, is aj, because it's join, obviously, join, aj, and then jan, ajjan, 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 ajjan. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do now. Bismillah. All right. Okay. So the first one here, I'll do the first row. I'll do the first two rows, and then I'll let we will do some of the others. You know, we're not gonna spend too much time on this. I would prefer to do this fresh on a lesson tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna give you a lot to read at the end. Yeah, they won't give you some stuff to read there at the end. So I don't want to make it too heavy. So we just go through some of them and then we go through the rest tomorrow, inshallah. So for example, here we have abba, right? We have abbi, right? We have abbu. Simple enough. We have ibba. We have ibbi. We have ibbu, right? We have ubba, ubbi, ubbu, right? Going again, abban, right? So this is the fathatan. Abban, abbin, abbun, right? Going again, ibban, ibbin, ibbun, right? And ila akhiri, that's how we're gonna continue. I guess I'll do the last few. Ubban, right? Ubbin, ubbun, right? And then I'm going on to our next letter here. So I'm gonna ask Brother Sulaiman to help me out with this here, inshallah. Starting from here.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I'm just gonna have to listen for now because I'm just assisting somebody with a job, so I have to listen for now. I can't participate.
That's no problem. Inshallah, no problem.
Yeah. Shukran.
Have fun. Alright, so Brother Abyssinia.
Atan.
No,
Atta.
right.
Atta.
Alright.
Atti.
Nice.
Attu.
Nice. Very good. Next one.
Itta. Itti. Ittu.
Nice.
Ittu.
Nice. Next one.
Utta. Utti. Utta. Utti. Uttu.
Nice. Next one.
Atan.
Nice.
Ittin.
No.
Ittan.
Atten.
Atten. Attun. Ittan.
Right.
Ittin. Ittun.
Very good. Alright. My brother Darim. Alright, from here.
What am I doing? I start.
Yeah.
Atten.
No, this one is ooh.
No. Who?
Yeah, Kadam, right? Ooh.
Sorry. Uttan. The next one after that is Uttin.
Nice. You're going again. Next one over here.
So can I please start?
This one here, number 3.
Okay. Uttun.
Nice. Next one here.
Athan.
Atha. Sorry. Atha. Right? Atha. Nice. Next one.
Ahsin. Ahsi.
Athi. Nice.
And Ahsu.
Athu. Nice. Next one. Itha. Nice. Itha. Next one.
Isti.
Nice.
Itsu.
Very good. Ahsan. Very good. And that's basically how we're going to go down the line. Utha, Utti, Uthu, and so forth. Oh, but I'll let you do this one here. This one is Tanween. Try this one here.
that is Afsan. Afsan. And Afsun.
Nice. And last one.
The last one. The same line is Afsan.
This one right there.
Afsan. Oh, it's. I just not quite right on that junction. This is what's done.
No problem. إثن أحسن جزاكم الله خير بارك الله فيك بارك الله فيك. And it's going in the same manner. Even the book, it even say continue to the end in the same manner because it's easy stuff. Essentially, you're just using the sound of the letter and you're just applying it to the letter that follows. Alright, so we'll stop there for today, inshallah. And next class, which is tomorrow, this is basically the end of reading. But next class, inshallah, we'll go through this, which is the applying all the rules that we learn, which is the mad, which is the sukoon, which is the harakat, which is the shadda, which we just learned just now, and we're applying it to actual words. So then that's the end of the book, essentially. That's the end of the book, essentially. It's just to take your time and to read, right? So what we will do, we will do that tomorrow, inshallah. I might do a quick run over of everything, or maybe I might just continue. Or let's continue with the thing I finished the book. Inshallah, if anybody need a run over, then I'll just do it like probably the same day, which is tomorrow. Maybe I'll just spend a half hour, inshallah. But essentially, this is the end of the class. I'm really proud. I'm really happy to see the capability of everybody. All ready for reading. It's okay to stutter. That will happen. Stuttering, the only way to fix that is just by reading more. There's no quick fix. It's just reading more. Applying the same rules, taking your time, reading more. It's okay to read slow. Like for example, as you see here, this is a ba here. There's a ba with a dhamma bu. And there's a ra, there's ri. So burri. And then it have a za here. Burriza. Burriza. There's the next thing, ha with a dhamma hu. There's a sad, hussi. And then there's a lam, hussila. Hussila. Right? Let's go to a long one here. A long one. Just to make it, just to give you a better thing here. Right? So like for example, this one here. So, this is easy. It's a little too easy. It's min sharril waswasil khannas. I want something a little more, okay. So this one here, for example, is a ma, and you're gonna join to the top. So mat, ta, and there's a ra here with a kasra. Mattariqu, and there's a qaf here. Mattariqun najm. Right? Mattariqun najm. Right? Because he shadda here. And it's just taking your time and reading it. Even if you're stuttering, don't worry about that. Don't worry about stuttering too much. It will come naturally with more reading. I see a lot of brothers who are stuttering. Even I used to stutter a lot. I used to ask my teacher.
After the meme and the laugh, the first the same what I was going over there.
Yeah.
The letter with the aleph and the lam, right? I was told you're supposed to leave out that when you're reading, but that in itself is kind of tie up if you.
This one here.
Yeah. But I know it's permitted that if you have a fata over the lam, but
okay. So
Arabic is.
That's a good no. It's actually a good question. So there are instances where we leave it out, ignore it essentially, and there are instances where we don't ignore it. That's called lam al-qamariyah and lam al-shamsiyah. Lam al-qamariyah, lam al-shamsiyah. That's actually a really, really good question. And there are certain letters, like for example, this here, noon would cause the lam to be a lam al-shamsiyah. Right? Like the word ash-shams, for example. I'll write it here. All right, it's on this page. All right, it here. I'll zoom up and write it right here. For example, the word ash-shams. So alif, lam, sheen, mim, and sheen. So 3 dots here, 3 dots here. We would say what? Ash-shams, right? Ash-shams, right? But we would say al-qamar. You will say al-qamar. You say al-qamar. Because sometimes there are certain letters that cause the lam to be pronounced, and there are certain letters that the lam is ignored and we go straight to the letter that comes afterwards. For example, in this case, the sheen comes straight after. So we're going to just ignore the lam and go straight to the sheen. We're still going to write it, but we're not going to pronounce it. We're going to write it, but we're not going to pronounce it. Ash-shams. Here, for al-qamar, we're going to write it and we're going to pronounce it. Okay, there are certain letters that are pronounced. For example, ar-rahman, ar-rahim. So ra is one of those letters. Sheen is one of those letters. Noon is one of those letters. Yeah, right. Qamar, qaf is one of those letters that you actually pronounce the lam. Qaf, al-qamar. Another letter is, for example, al-khaliq, right? So khaf is one of those letters. So al-khaliq. You don't say that. Khaliq, right? You say al-khaliq, right? And I'll actually do a class on that, because that's actually a really, really good point. And I'm not here in the book. I don't see it here in the book actually. So is it here? Yeah. Oh, it's not there. So what I will do, these are just the places where you should pronounce the letters. I have another book, inshallah, that I would use, and that book I would show the lam, the ones that are pronounced and the ones that are not pronounced. Right. Jazakallah khair for that. Brother Basinia, Jazakallah khair, Jazam, may Allah bless you. That's a really good question.
Is it that after repetition you would get the hang of it, or is things that you actually have to know to do it?
So essentially, after repetition you'll get the hang of it. You would find it sound weird. You would find it sound weird. For example, if I tell you to say al-najm sound a little different to an-najm. Or let me give you an example. Al-Rahman. That sound normal? Sounds strange. Al-Rahman. Al-Rahim. That don't sound right. It sounds better Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Because something you're familiar with. Right? Another example that you're probably familiar with is Al-Malik. Al-Malik. Right? Al-Malik. You're not used to saying Am-Malik. Right? But one of the things that they do to help you is that they put a shadda. So you'll get used to it eventually. So just like when we go into the book, inshallah, the book would have the harakat at the beginning. For the first book, it would have harakat. I think the second book has some harakat as well. The third book, I think they will start to leave out some. The things that will be very known. So for now, just pay attention to the harakat. So for example here, you see there's nothing on the lam. So let's treat the lam as if it's not even there. Right? So you go straight to the noon with the shadda. So you go to one of the other things is this hamza here, hamzatul wasl. But I'll go through that as a specific course in and of itself. But for example, for these, just look at the shadda. And look at this one here that I'm going to circle right now, the one below it. Al-Khannas, right? You realize there's no shadda on the kha. The kha that coming right after the lam. Right? You see that? Brother Abyssinia?
Yeah.
Right, so the kha come right after the lam. But the kha, it don't have a shadda. So that means you're not going to say Akhannas. You're not going to go to the kha and put Akhannas. Okay, remember as I said before, shadda is what? Shadda is a sukoon and a letter afterwards. So this is actually written like this. Alif, lam, noon, like this. Alright, it's a little better here. This is a noon with a sukoon, and then the next noon with a fatha. So it's an, which is an, right? An na. That's what this is here. Anna is a doubling, as you know. You know it's as a doubling, right? There's nothing to double here. It's not there. So you're gonna but there is a sukoon on the lam. So that means you're gonna pronounce the lam. And what we learned a little earlier, that if you don't see a sukoon or any kind of harakat on the letter, that we basically we use it to elongate. But you don't use you don't use lam to elongate anything. So in this case, you're just going to try your best to ignore it, right? You'll get familiar with it, inshallah, but you're going to ignore it here because it doesn't have a lam, it doesn't have a sukoon there, so you're going to ignore it, and you're going to go straight to the one that does have a letter on it. The following letter that has a harakat on it, has a shadda on it, so that's what we're going to enunciate. We're going to say an-najm. Like right here, we're going to say al, because it have a sukoon there, al, and then kha, al-kha, and then they're going to say al-khannas, right? So notice the difference here. The letter that comes right after the lam, shadda. The letter that comes right after the lam, no shadda. The lam itself, no sukoon. The lam here, sukoon. So those are some tools that you could use for the time being until they get familiar with the Arabic language. But believe me, I never sit down and just memorize all Lam Shamsiya letters and Lam Qamariya letters. I don't think I ever did that. I probably watched it once ever. And you know, it just applies. It just become natural because these tools here, as I said before, and as well, it feels heavier on the tongue. It has the reason why some letters you pronounce and some letters you don't pronounce it, because Arabic is a thing where if something a little too heavy or a little hard on your tongue, they find an easier way to say it. It's a very common thing. You know, you'll come across some of those things, inshallah. Alright? So, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. So brother Heasley, if you have some time, you can stay back, inshallah, and we will do